record and absorb the subculture.
And what you've just been listening to is the ultimate in recorded sound. It will make all conventional disc and cassette systems obsolete. It's dustproof, scratch-proof, digitally recorded, read by a laser, and it's called the compact disc.
Hey everybody, welcome to Midnight Cherry TV for another episode of the Daily Disc. We're looking at the band CSS. If you haven't guessed already by the album cover, of course, it's one of those cardboard. The 2000s became when CDs were put in cardboard little cases like this. Let's see, can't get that nice and focused there, guys. So we're looking at 2000. Let's see, is this 2005 or 2006? See if we can't. 2006, guys. 2006 Sub Pop Records. CSS also stands for the name of the band, so this is a self-titled album. Cansei De Ser Sexy, which is it's Portuguese for tired of being sexy. And I hope everybody watching at home is tired of being sexy. And if you are, or maybe you aren't, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, unsubscribe, dislike, comment on the video. Have you heard of CSS? Are you a fan? Are you tired of being sexy? Do you speak Portuguese? Any of those things? Feel free to comment here on the Daily Disc. But again, we're filling up this kind of vintage corner compact disc tower here. We got 20 straight days. We're on I think day 16, I believe, guys. We're in the final quarter. We're almost finished with season 1 of the Daily Disc. Season 2 coming at you in 2021. At some point in the spring 2021, we'll do another season of the Daily Disc. But let's take a look at this album cover. This is the international version. Again, it's a logo. I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I love the gold. I love kind of the Mondrian sort of rectangle sort of art design. But I gotta give it a 7. It's kind of pretty basic. I like it though. I mean, I like the gold reflection there. Let's take a look at these tracks. We got CSS Sucks, Patines, Ah La La, Let's Make Love and Listen to, Death from Above, Art Bitch, Fuck Off is Not the Only Thing You Have to Show, Meeting Paris Hilton, Off the Hook, Alcohol, Music is My Hot Sex, and This Month Day 10. So if you're not familiar with the CSS is a Brazilian band. It's in English, it's in Portuguese. They're part of that the mid-2000s kind of new rave. It was big in England. CSS definitely was bigger in England probably than most places. But they did have a song, Music is My Hot Sex, that was featured on a iPod commercial back in the day, guys. So back in 06, the Apple company heard this album and picked out Music is My Hot Sex for an iPod. I believe it was an iPod. It could have been an iPod Nano back in the day, if anyone remembers those. But it was in a commercial, and it became the best-selling Brazilian song of all time in America. so if you're down with Brazil, you should be aware of CSS. Music is My Hot Sex, the number one selling Brazilian single of all time here in America, in the States. But there's CSS, guys. There's the album cover. We can take a look at the background. Pretty basic with the album. Let's take a look at these liner notes that are attached, guys. The liner notes are attached to the compact disc in sort of a fold-out method here, guys. We've got all the lyrics. So you've got Love Fox. Love Fox is the name of the lead singer. She's kind of she's half German, half kind of Brazilian. I think she might have a little Irish in her too. I think she's got a little Japanese in her as well. So she's kind of a mix. Very, very attractive as far as lead singers go. Definitely a wild child. Definitely runs around on stage. Full piece bodysuits. But there's all the lyrics, and then Adriano Sintra. Oh, we got dropping C's in the ground here. Make sure we put that back in there, guys. But Adriano Sintra is kind of the multi-instrumentalist behind the band. He eventually left because they didn't learn their instruments. That's kind of the rumor on the street. But that's all part of the that's actually the Brazilian album cover version. There's the band, guys. Let's see if we can't get a little bit better focus. It is kind of some of the photo a little out of focus anyway. There's Love Fox in the middle there. It's basically 5 women and then Adriano Sintra playing basically all the instruments, kind of teaching them how to play the instruments. So kind of interesting little punk rock, kind of new rave, but definitely electronic kind of music, guys. If you're into kind of international flared music, definitely check out CSS from Brazil. Kind of a mixture of Portuguese, a mixture of English lyrics, mostly English lyrics, but they throw in a little Portuguese in there, obviously, from being from Brazil. But again, kind of Adriano Sintra, kind of the brains behind the band. Of course, they did continue without him after he left. Not for too long though. But kind of again part of that mid 2000s kind of new rave, kind of electronic rock, actual bands kind of playing music, but still with keyboards and synthesizers and the whole mix, guys. But the Cansei De Ser Sexy, CSS, which stands for Cansei De Ser Sexy, guys, which is in Portuguese for tired of being sexy, guys. I hope you guys are tired of being sexy out there in YouTube world. I know I am here at Midnight Cherry TV. But again, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, do all that kind of YouTube interaction. We're going to put this in the CD tower, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of CSS from their self-titled debut album, and maybe you can get up off your feet, maybe do a little dance, maybe celebrate a little bit of something kind of fun, upbeat music here on the Daily Disc here on Midnight Cherry TV.
I am the last person you can call. Don't even or maybe next Thursday night. Don't bother saying hi. I'll be rude, I'll be rude, I'll be rude. I'll be rude, I'll be rude, I'll be rude. I'll be rude, I'll be rude, I'll be rude. Only with you, only with you.
With hardware and software both lined up, compact discs may well rule the roost, at least until someone perfects a method of putting Beethoven's Ninth on a silicon chip. Don't laugh. I'm assured that that day, in fact, is not too far off.